Hello everyone, Randy here working on the John Deere 2510 here again. Today we're going to be working on the steps here again. Hopefully by the end of this video here, I'm hoping to have these like primed, and then hopefully tomorrow we can paint them, and then the following day we can probably get them mounted to the tractor. At least that's what I'm hoping for. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. We'll find out. I did put the charger on the battery here, by the way. I got my battery charger on it. I put it on last night. I was just curious as to where the battery was at here from this past weekend of running the heater and all that good stuff. Per my charger, it said the battery was at 40%. That is concerningly low, if you ask me, everyone. Now, I had accidentally left the inverter connected to the battery, so I'm not sure if the 40% was from us draining it while testing the heater this past Saturday, or the fact that it sat here with the inverter connected. And again, as I said before, everyone, inverters have a history of draining batteries, so I kind of suspect that's maybe where some of that power went. I don't know if that's where it all went though. So, but well, battery's fully charged here again, and again, everyone, this is a deep cycle battery, so it can handle it, I guess, right? So, but yes, if we're draining that much battery, everyone, that's like I said, that is a little concerning. Definitely, I'll have to keep an eye on that. Definitely gonna have to do a little more testing with that heater there, just to see once where we're at here as well. And again, I don't quite understand why it's drawing as much power as it's drawing. It seems like an awful lot of power for, again, everyone, it is producing heat, but not as much heat as the power it's drawing, it seems to me, in my opinion. So anyway, let's get down to the steps here. I'm thinking, everyone, by the way, probably gonna have to mount these steps to the tractor here in a minute, just so I can get a measurement from, this is of course the other side, but I need to get a measurement from the lower step there out to where the new steps are, so I know how long to cut a piece of steel for that. By the way, speaking of that, I was planning on the old steps here. I was planning on cutting a piece off the old steps and reusing it. I was actually thinking, everyone, if I keep the old steps, I'd kind of like to put steps on this side. I got steps. So the piece of steel we need here, by the way, is this piece right here. So I'm going to rummage around, see what I got. Hopefully I got something we can put in there. And then, like I said, I'm probably going to have to mount those steps up here in a minute, just so we can actually measure how long I'm going to have to make a piece for that. So let me get these steps mounted up here. I'm going to have to find some hardware here in a minute. I drilled it out for 5/8 bolts. So that's probably what we're going to put in there. I think the old steps had 1/2 inch, I'd like to say. Those don't quite look like 5/8. Yeah, no, that's definitely half. Definitely half. Although the holes in the cab are 5/8, and then, like I said, what I put in here is 5/8 as well. If we got to do half, that's fine. That'll work too. I do have 1/2 inch hardware. 5/8, I'm a little limited on. Okay, steps are mounted here. That actually went really easy here. Just I got the bolts dropped in from the top here, kind of held it up there with my knee, threaded them on. They are a lot lower than I thought they were going to be. I guess I made them longer than what I thought. They should be roughly 20 inches here. Roughly. Something tells me that looks longer than that. Maybe I didn't account for up here. That could be, I don't know. But it actually works out really good. We'll have to see once how long they last, because like I said, it's getting a little scary low. I was kind of hoping, kind of be like this level here, and we're maybe, what are we, maybe 4 inches below that. So like I said, that's a little concerning. Got to be careful we don't get them bent. We don't want to get them up in the tires there. That would not be good. But they do work really good. We can climb up there. And we're up in the cab, nice and easy. Down again. Definitely think we should probably add some stiffening though, because there's a fair amount of movement there. So looking at this here, this step here is pretty much even with that, and that's where they were bolted before. So we just got to figure out. I'm not sure about because basically it comes off the bottom step of that one. I hope you can see that. It comes off the bottom step. So yeah, actually the middle step here is where it lines up on this one. Comes off the bottom step in the middle there and connects to that. I'm not sure if I dare weld to the back of this step to there, because I don't know. This is maybe like 1/8 of an inch steel at most here on these steps. It's not any thicker than what I have on the sides. Again, I was planning on 1/4 inch, but somewhere along the way, Randy had a disconnect and bought 1/8 of an inch or something. I don't know. Not sure why I got 1/8 of an inch, but I was thinking 1/4 for some reason. But yeah, these are definitely, like I said, I'm thinking these are maybe 1/8 of an inch. This actually looks thicker than what this feels down here, and same thing in the back. So I don't know if I dare weld from here to back there, or if I should like somehow weld into this back to there. Yeah, that's a good question. That is a good question. It actually lines up pretty good from this corner. Question is though, do we dare weld from here straight back, or should I get, yeah, good question. Good question. I'll have to look at this a little more. Maybe we'll just like get a piece, cut one that goes back to there, see how that looks. If we think we need more, we'll go from there. And technically, we could probably almost get away with this, maybe. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. I mean, yeah, it's got some wobble to it, everyone, but it probably wouldn't be good for the welds flexing around like that. I don't know. So yeah, we should probably definitely get something a little bit on there to support it. Well, everyone, I think I found like the perfect piece here. See if I can hold this up here so you can see it. But just a 2 by 3 inch angle piece. These are the same pieces I used to make the battery box here. Hopefully I can hold this up here and you can see it. But if I bolt it through one of the holes there and somehow figure out how to weld it on here. Now we got a bit of an angle here, so we're gonna have to work with that somehow. I'm not sure I'm gonna do that yet. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't figured that part out yet, everyone. But I'm thinking that looks pretty good there. At least that's what I'm thinking. And we'll kind of weld it up, maybe go right to there. We have to be careful. We don't want to create a hazard there with that hanging down too much. But yeah, if we go something like that, I think that'll work. Okay, everyone, there we go, all welded up here. What I ended up actually doing was I actually welded this at an angle. It still gives me an angle here yet, so it wasn't perfect. But at least my angle this way was right, and I actually put it on an offset hole rather than going kind of center line there like I was originally thinking of doing. So you can kind of see this bracket kind of lines up center line with the, well, there we go. It kind of lines up center line with the step here, at least where the hole is right there. So yeah, welded up. I did my best to weld it along the top. Well, probably shouldn't touch that. did my best to weld it along the top there, just kind of fill it in. It's probably not the strongest of welds, but I didn't want to leave it open there, so I think that'll be pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up now, and then we'll, I probably won't bother recording that, and then we'll hop on to getting some primer on here. The steps are already primed, but I'll probably repaint them a little bit because you can see there's some scuffing going on. Some of this was from shipping too. Like, I think this came from shipping. I don't think I did that. Of course, along there where I welded it and stuff like that, a few scratches. But yeah, we'll get some primer on the whole thing. And then, like I said, hopefully tomorrow, everyone, get some green paint on it. Okay, there we go, have it all primed up and, well, ready to be painted tomorrow here, at least once the primer's dry. Again, that'll have to wait till tomorrow. And then, of course, that one, once tomorrow, we'll paint it green. Then we'll have to wait for that to dry. So, yeah, unfortunately, it'll be a couple days before we can actually see what it looks like on the tractor here, at least in the proper green color anyway. So yeah, anyway, everyone, I think on that note, we're going to wrap this video up. If you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. And I think they turned out pretty good. We'll have to see once how they function here. But yeah, looking pretty good. So till next time.